Hey, what's up guys, Ravenclaw here and welcome back to another video on the Hunter channel. So today we are answering some questions that I got from my last video that was all about my add-ons and UI setup and all that other cool stuff to help your gameplay in World of Warcraft. Now, this one I'm probably going to go into a little bit more in depth, sort of show you more about the add-ons and stuff, so you can always skip forward if you don't want to see a particular one. But yeah, let's get into it. The first add-on is AUTOBAR. So AUTOBAR, it's nothing that's really going to help you out in PvP, but it does help sort of cluster things together. For example, up here you'll get the little button to toggle the UI. Okay, so move this out of the way, but it gives you these little bars down here that will help you with all your little utilities and stuff, and all like your chat bar and all that stuff. You can come in here and you can actually set up what buttons will have what and what sections and all this other cool things. So this bar here, like I've called it essentials, you can then add certain spells to that, you know, like all these bits and pieces here. So then once you've done that, down here we'll show you all the things. So I've got one for just my pets and stuff, has all the abilities there. This one here's for flasks, potions, hearthstones and all that other stuff. And I've got my what's it called, professions as well. Now, if you come up here and you want to move them around, if you just hold shift and left click, you can then toggle this on and you can move all the bars around and do what you will. But yeah, I only simply use this for that one reason there, just to stack them all together. This next one is called Battleground Enemies. Now, this one is one of the questions that you guys asked. So if you /BGE, bring up the Battleground Enemy UI. So if we just open it up here now, the reason why I use this over other Battleground, like Battleground targets and stuff, is because this one shows your debuffs. I'm not sure if the other ones do, but this one I actually kind of like. It's actually really nice, clean. It's another good thing is you got your trinkets, so you know that if you do chuck a CC, they're going to obviously sit it. And also with the DR tracker on the side, you'll be able to say, all right, they've just been stunned. I'm going to wait before I stun them again. Like little things like that will help your gameplay out in the BGs. Furthermore, we can also see, you know, are they in CC at the moment or have they just popped something? We can click on them. Let's say that the healer's in that building. I can click the healer and it will actually show their nameplate across map, which is actually pretty good. You also have them for 16 or 14, but 40. I only really have it for the 1 to 15 because I don't play those big like Alteric Valley and stuff like that. Once you've done that, if you want to move it, you just come up to the frame, you click and hold, and you're free to move around. But once you've found a place that you like, you can come in here and you can lock it, so that way it can't be moved. So it's actually a pretty cool add-on, and it's actually come in handy quite a bit, especially finding people with the flag and all that. Actually, one more thing, which I didn't show you, is on the side here, you've got these numbers. Okay, this will show you how many people are targeting that one unit, and I believe it also comes up with little dots that will show you who's targeting it as well. So that's another thing. If you call for an enemy, kill the enemy, kill like the healer, you'll see how many people are actually listening to you. Okay, so now we've got big debuffs and flyplate buffs. Now this one was another question you guys asked, so let's have a look. So flyplate buffs, right? Let me just put our buffs on. Okay, so debuffs here, this is what you were asking about before, you know, what shows the debuffs above the target. That's flyplate buffs, but it also does something else which is really cool. So let's just pull our pet back and let me just drop a trap. Okay, you can actually alter the size of all these things too, but if you just go in here and go, was it FPB, /FPB, go down to specific spells, and you can actually change them. I like to make the CCs bigger than the standard. So you see, you can make it huge, you can make it small. Things like clone, you want to make a little bit bigger because that way, you know, if you do throw something into a clone, it's just going to be negated straight away. All these little things are great for like your beginners that will like you need something to sort of alert you, more visual representation. I still use it and I actually quite like it. There is another add-on which I'll tell you about in a sec. But we'll get to that in a second. The next one is big debuffs. All right, so /BD, and this one here. When it's hard because I'm not in a party, but what it will do when you have your party raid frames up, you normally have your debuffs and stuff there. This is what can alter those to make them bigger, make them smaller. If you see behind my screen here, if you can just sort of see it, it'll also bring up the you know, CC that's what you're after in the unit frame. Jeez, it took me ages to get that out. But yeah, the big thing for this one is the debuffs and stuff on your party frames, which is actually quite good. You can then choose which one you want, which one has priority, come in here, set the sizes and all that stuff, and customize it to your liking. It's actually a really good little thing to have. Okay, so font damage changer. This is just a novelty thing. You can download this, then you can actually change the font of your damage. So like, you know, when you do something to a target, you can change the standard font. To do so though, you have to go into your WoW folder and search for fonts. Then you need to go to, say, Font Squirrel or something like that and download a font file and simply drag it into that. And then it will use that preloaded font. I'm pretty sure that's how it happens, yeah. I haven't used it in a little while. But it's actually pretty cool if you want to sort of change it up and make it look all fancy. What else have we got? So Gladiator LOSSA and GLADIUSEX are pretty much standard. Oh, well, not more GLADIUSEX if you want to do some arenas, okay? So if I just go /GEX, right, it'll bring up the UI. So let's go 2v2. This is for people that don't know about this one, right? This basically replaces the standard UIs, so standard unit frames of your enemies in Arena. It will show you the DRs, it will show you their trinkets. You can actually set it up for certain spells and stuff, certain cooldowns and all that. It's just a nice thing to have to sort of see when they're casting, see, you know, to line up your CCs so you're not overlapping and all that jazz. But yeah, it's kind of... you'll see a lot of Arena players pretty much have this and just some other standard add-ons too. There's not much to it really. You can go into the general, you can make them bigger, smaller, set them up to your liking, and then you can test it for your 3v3 and your 2v2. You can also have it for your team as well, but I use your standard, you know, the WoW raid frames. They're much cleaner. Now, Gladiator LOSSA simply tells you, it's a lady that comes over the screen and tells you what spells coming up, like Poly or, you know, whatever, Cyclone and all that jazz. That's pretty much all that does. There's nothing really to it. But the other one, and the last one that I really wanted to show you guys, which will really help you out, Nameplate cooldown is awesome. So let's go MP. I don't think this is it. I think it's NC. Yeah. Okay. Nameplate cooldowns. What this is if you look above the target just here, it'll have all their cooldowns that they've used. So, for example, if we've got a Pally, right? And it's just used his bubble. What that'll do is once it's over, it'll actually come up above their head so you know when bubble's down. Or you can set it to say when's their next offensive spells coming over, the next enrage, all this other stuff. It'll show above their head so you know, all right, he's about to kick or he's about to CC, he's got them back up. You can have that little bit more of an edge to your gameplay. But yeah, like if you have any questions or you want more clarification on an add-on, please let me know. I'll be doing let me just jump back up here. I'll be doing more videos on your weak auras and stuff, so I'll make custom weak auras for all you guys, and you just need to let me know in the comments. But that's pretty much all I use, and that hopefully will have answered some of your questions. If you do have any further questions, please leave them down in the comment section. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, and as always, you amazing bunch of people, keep on sniping, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.